All right, I'm back, and I brought Zilby with me again. You wanna hang out here? He's checking out the microphone. I know, he is super cute. He's not purring right now, so there's nothing that you could hear. All right, you wanna hang out in your spot? All right, we'll see how long he hangs out. This time. Okay. You really love the cam I gave him? Thank you. Yeah, I bought an extra camera of like the same quality from my face cam, so that way we can watch Zilby in high quality. I wish that I could have it more taller than wide. I bet there's something I can do to figure that out, because like he sometimes does sit up like this and you only get part of him. Or maybe like a better tripod, like looking down at him or something, but I don't know. Like I almost feel I need something dynamic of like a camera moving around constantly, but that's way too much engineering work to do, or way too expensive to buy for like a pre-made product. Yeah, like it really depends. Like I almost feel like I need like 5 cameras, and then I can choose which one to watch from the right, based upon the angle that he's at. But I don't have a system that could even handle 5 cameras. Like the desktop's already overwhelmed by the number of USB things I have going into it. Okay, where were we? Match read bytes. Okay, so we have match read bytes stream. Okay, so then we have, you don't know what this is because, wait a second, read bytes returns a result. Oh, they're actually doing this with OK. Oh, I see. Okay, so we have OK. Instruction. So we're going to return the instruction out like that. If it's an error, we have the error if error dot kind. Ooh, but I can't. Okay, this can't be. You're gonna have to be a specific result, aren't you? So you have to be a standard IO result, I think. Okay, so if error.kind is equal to error kind, unexpected EOF, then in that case, I want to just return OK false. So OK false. Otherwise, if it's an error like that, we're just going to return an error. We grab you out. Okay, so now we have our instruction bit, or we've returned early. The desktop, everything, every time you turn on will say, ah, there we go again. Yeah, exactly. I do sometimes wonder how other either streamers do it, where they have lots of cameras, or like professional studios. But I don't want to like have to buy really expensive equipment for this. That doesn't seem like it's a good idea. Or It doesn't seem like a good use of my money. Yeah, maybe someday. Okay, so that's our instruction. All right, so let's do this one at a time, right? I just want to debug. This is the instruction. Instruction, and then also let's panic. Ooh, mismatch types, error, and anyhow have some, oh, because this is a different type of error. Ooh, can I like convert it into that kind of error? Oh yeah, I can. Just that. That's fine. This is not a beer. This is a plant power. So it's basically just a green tea energy drink. It's a sugar-free green tea energy drink. That's it. With a few other things in it. But I generally try to, like, when I drink whatever caffeine things that I drink in, I try to make sure they're more tea-based rather than caffeine from like artificial caffeine, right? Which doesn't work well with my body. I found that out a while ago. Okay. Instruction you ate. Okay. Instruction. Then we panic. Okay, so if we come here, ooh. Right, type annotations needed. Okay, so I get our size. I guess I want this thing and we're going to read it into there, right? So I want to apply delta instruction. Then we have our stream, a base and result. The stream is going to be the decoder. The base I don't know what base is. Wait, what's base? Base is the blob object itself, but we don't have it. Wait, now I'm confused. I only have the hash of the base object. Huh. And I'm seeing it reference the base, but I don't see where it gets the base. The article reads it from the file system. You stored it when you found it in the pack. Huh. Wait. So you're reading it from the file system, but I don't have it. Because I'm starting from 0. I don't have anything in the file system to get. Oh, the example isn't specifically about cloning, so it is different. Oh no. Okay, so we have to go off the beaten path and do our own thing. We have to figure out what they're doing. Oh, Isuyash, it's 1:12 a.m. Oh yeah, that sounds pretty late. Well, thank you for hanging out and stopping by, saying hi, and I hope that you have a great rest of your night. I get the object earlier in a pack. Do I get that object earlier in a pack? I don't think I did, right? I did, huh? Hmm. So I need to figure out what it was that I got based on. Now, is the hash that I got... See, object struct and the hash method in the file. Oh. Well, there's too many. Is this the object struct? Ooh, okay. Right, so then we have the different types in here. Now, what's interesting is that I might have it. In handle normal object type. Okay, so we get our position. We read the compressed bits based upon the size that's coming in. Oh, and I immediately save it to disk. Okay, I immediately save this to disk. Now, if we put a debug in here, saving to disk. Now I'm curious. If we run U, do I save anything to the disk here? I am. Okay. And I got some, okay, so I got some hashes. Save a bunch of things to disk. Okay, that's good. Let's also... Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. One of these might be the hash that we're looking for. Okay, that's good. There's a bunch of them that we got through. Oh, that's pretty good. Now, I need to... The hash that you're looking for is in another castle. It's in another pack file. I mean, we actually know how to get it from another pack file, so Ironically, it might actually be easier for me to just grab it. So I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I just randomly interpret them. Well, that's fine. That's how we go. That's how we do. Okay, so if I get this hash, let's then debug. Okay, so I read into the hash. Okay, so let's debug. Handling ref delta for hash. Okay. Why do I keep on forgetting to encode it? Okay. Handling ref delta for hash 614A. I guess we could just do, because encoding is the devil. I don't know if that's exactly why I forget to do it, but it's a good enough excuse for it, right? 614A4A. So if we find this in this list here, it's in the first blob. There it is. 614A4A. Oh. Okay. So okay, so I'm saving to disk with hash. Now I'm saving that to disk. Is that really saving? Because there's no .git being created here. I can't help but feel that this really saved to here. So what is this 614? Well, I have it right here. 614A. So if I do git cat file -p 614A. ls.git objects 61. Okay, so it didn't get written down here. Where did you write to? Where are you going? Esitsu, thank you so much for the help, and have a great rest of your day. Yeah, I can work until 2 p.m. today. So I've got about an hour left in stream before I have to go. Which maybe, yeah, I'll probably, here, let me snooze. Let me do the 3 snoozes now, which will give me an extra 15 minutes, which is about to the hour mark before the next series of ads run. So right before the next series of ads run, I'm going to end. That's going to be what I'm going to do. Cool. Okay, ad starts in 50 minutes. We have 50 minutes to at least make some progress. I guess we've made some progress today. Some further progress. I think what Asitsu was saying was correct, though, is that I might want to not just okay, so I save this. What am I doing? I'm handling the normal object, and then I'm returning. Oh, okay. So what if we do the same thing that Itsutu was saying? We store this in a hash map. And so when we save the disk, with the commit, which is this thing, that would be great, right? So I need to take in a hash map of some kind. So we need to up here create a outside the loop. This is going to be a object. So get objects. Yeah, we'll call this get objects. This will be a hash map new. And you're going to need to know the types that are going to go into this. Your type is going to be hash map. Our key is going to be, we could just do the string hex. So I might just do this as a string. It's not going to be as efficient as if I did this as maybe just the U8. That might work too. And then the value would be probably just the bytes then. Would I want this turn this into a vector? Probably, because I won't be able to tell hash map how big it's going to be. So let's just make this a vector of U8s and we'll own it. We'll give it ownership. So now in handle normal object type, we'll take in the get objects, which is going to be a mutable reference to the hash map. So this will be the... Now, do I already have this as a string? I don't think I do. What if I actually do this as a vec of U8? Maybe that would work as the key, and then the value is another vec of U8. Okay, and so we get, after we save to disk, we get this out. And so we're going to get objects. So insert in, I want the hash, which we're going to have to clone. And then I want the value, which is going to be the commit. And then we return this hash. Okay. Now you're going to be upset because inside of here, we have to pass in the get objects. Like that. Why are you upset? Oh, right. Now I don't have to tell you what type you are anymore, because you will figure it out. Okay. Now we just have some warnings. Let's get rid of those. Handle ref delta. Okay. Okay. Current cursed pack file position. I'm not using that. And then you're unreachable. That's okay because we're panicking on purpose. All right, so okay, I need the objects in here. I guess instead of size like this, let's take in the objects. So get objects. I don't think I need this to be mutable anymore. I think this can just be a reference to it. You will now be get objects. Now, we got the hash out here. It's not, oh, this is the base. This is the base. So now we're going to do, okay, so our base is now going to be get objects. We're going to get the hash is this U8 20s. That's fine. Turn that into a vector. Why are you upset? Expected unknown. Okay. Expect unable. Okay, so don't have get object with hash. We'll just do that. Oh, expected a reference. Oh. Okay, that works. So then we have our base. So let's debug this. So we debug, this is handling ref delta got base. Wait, this is the full object. Base of like, I don't know, the first number. I don't want the entire thing here. Okay, so we have our size 12, handling ref delta for hash. Okay, so we have our hash, and then got base zeros. Okay, so we got the base. Okay. All right. Okay. Excellent. So back to you. You taken a base, which is that. So apply delta instruction. Our base is going to be just a reference to base. And the decompressed object is going to be this. So with the capacity, so then this is a mutable decompressed object. Right, okay, so then you have okay, so context, this is applying delta instruction. Now you're going to give me back more. So like is more or something like that. And then we're gonna have to loop through this, aren't we? So really this is like while is more is false. Okay, so let's run this through one time, and then we'll take a look at what we have in our decompressed object. So debug decompressed object is decompressed object. Now this is probably a lot, and then we can also do a debug is more. Okay, so oh, we panic before we get anything back from there. So in our process pack file, I panic here. So we get our instruction, which is 144, which oh, I can't do this here. Instruction, if I change this to just like a print line, instruction, I want B, I think. There. Instruction like that. So this is a 1 right here. So that lets us know it's a copy. Right? Because it's a 1 if it's a copy. Copy instruction starts with a 1. And then we have our, then the next three are size. So we have 1 of size, and then we have no offsets. Okay. Good to know. So that's our instruction that we got out. If the instruction and copy instruction, okay, so now we're going to start doing this. So if instruction and we don't have a copy instruction, so we have to do this. It's a U8, right? Yeah, copy instruction flag is U8 is equal to 1, bit shift left by 7, so it's the farthest left one. Okay, so if we have instruction, so if this is not 0 and oh, it's a single and, it's not and. So and the 1s are at the same place. So copy instruction flag is equal to 0. So if we take our instruction and then we compare the 1s in them, if that's equal to 0, okay, then we know it's a data instruction. So this is a data instruction. Else, this is a copy instruction. So we don't have a data instruction, so I'm just going to go ahead and panic. Let's panic with a message of unimplemented. unimplemented, haven't implemented data instructions yet. We are working. Okay. You're happy? Coffee drinker, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, coffee. Okay, so else we're in a copy instruction. Okay. Xeronox, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so let mute non-zero bytes equals the instruction. Okay, so we're gonna non-zero bytes is instruction. Okay, so we copy the instruction into the non-zero bytes. And then we're gonna get an offset. So read partial. Oh, but we don't have a read partial int yet. We have to create that. Which we'll do it right up here. Coffee, you're doing good. You just got back from a run. Nice. It has been snowy and cold here, so I don't want to be outside when I can be. But in the spring and summer, I generally like to go outside for at the very least walks, and I want to get back into jogging. I haven't done that in a long time. Xeronox, you're doing all right. You just finished ricing. Your Arch install 30 minutes ago. No idea what to do now. Well, I mean that more Arch stuff. I guess it depends upon what you want to do with it, right? Okay, so we have our stream. We have our bytes. It's gonna be U8, and then a present bytes, which is also a mutable U8. Just a single byte. Interesting that they call it present bytes. Okay. And then we'll return a result of a usize. Okay. We have let mute. So we start with a value and set that equal to 0. Then we're going to loop through. Okay, so for our byte index in, so we loop through the 0 through, okay, the number of bytes that we have. Use 1 bit of present bytes to determine if the byte exists. All right, so some bit shifting stuff. So if our byte index and what's the right word for and when it's just like that single and? It's not like bit and or something. Bitwise and? I don't remember what it is. So and 1 is not equal to 0. Then wait, I did this wrong. Not byte index, this is present bytes. So we need to dereference our present bytes so it's just the actual value. So present bytes and 1. Okay. AB God, hello. I wish that Twitch had a translate. What is that? Okay, just a bitwise and is. I'm kind of surprised that it's not something else. Okay, what is the best library for dependency injection, tsyringe or Inversify? I've not used either of those I've not really done any libraries for dependency injection. I don't know why. Maybe I'm old school. I tend to, when I do dependency injection, just do it myself. Just like create some structs and some traits that wrap around whatever I'm going to inject in, and then just inject that in myself. I don't really use any frameworks for it, if that makes sense. So unfortunately, I can't tell you. Or rather, unfortunately, I don't have any opinions on the matter. So sorry about that. Okay, so if the present bytes bitwise and 1 is not equal to 0, then I'm gonna, okay, then I want to read bytes from the stream so that we destructure a single byte out of the result of read bytes. So I'm going to read 1 byte out. So read bytes stream context reading bytes, basically just reading 1 byte. Oh, and then we're going to do a bit shift. It's not a bit shift. I'm going to do our value bitwise or bitwise or equals. Man, it's been when I did the ECS. Oh, Sophie's not been here for a long time. I don't need to have the camera up. When we did the ECS system, I had to learn all this stuff, and then I've forgotten it. Okay, so we have our byte as a usize. Okay, and that's going to bit shift left the byte index times 8. Okay. That's the end of this if. And then, okay, so in the loop, if it's regardless if the present bytes bitwise and with 1 is not equal to 0 or not, then we're going to bit shift right 1. So we have our present bytes like that. And then we're going to return an okay and the value at the end. Okay, so that gives us read partial int. So back to apply delta instruction. Nope. Nope. Take me back. Yeah, there we go. Okay, where were we here? We're in the else. So offset equals, okay, so we have our read partial int. Read partial int. We pass into stream, which is going to be the stream. Oh, come on. Tell me more. The byte, okay, the bytes. Now, the bytes here is, oh, we need a new constant, which is going to be copy size bytes. Which is 3. Okay, and then our present bytes is going to be non-zero bytes. Where did I get the non-zero bytes, the instruction. Wait, where did I put that? Oh, else. Yeah, the non-zero bytes. So the instruction that I copied off. So we're going to pass in a mutable reference. That's why I copied it off, because I'm about to mutate it. So non-zero bytes. Okay, so context, we are reading partial int Okay, that gives me an offset. So we're doing one change and then we're good. Then we're good. So we're gonna panic. With the offset. Oh, come on. Oh, it must be a string literal. Okay, fine. Gonna debug. Offset. 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 Thank you. No such file or directory. Wait, what? Why are you no such file or directory? Okay, now you're good. Did I okay, I don't know what I did wrong. But all right, so our offset is 0 this time, okay? Oh my gosh. If size is 0, copying 0 bytes doesn't make sense. So git assumes a different size. Copy 0 size is that. Oh, of course. Okay, so copy 0 size is a U size. 0x1, just 4 zeros. Okay, so we're in the else. We got the offset. Oh, then next up was we need a size. So offset is 0. Then we're going to get the size. So that our size. Now we're going to do another read partial int. Pass it the stream. Pass it the copy size bytes. Pass it mutable reference to the non-zero bytes. Okay, so now, with the context. So getting in size. I guess this one is getting offset. Okay, so our size. Okay, so the offset is 0, but the size is 45,312 bytes. I assume that this is size in bytes. Welcome back, Asitsu. I'm able to stay online. I have to leave at 2 p.m. today, so I have half an hour or so left. A little bit more than half an hour. But okay, so we got the size. Now I don't have a 0 size yet, but of course it's weird, right? Because there might be, okay, so we have to handle, so if, that's why this needs to be mute, right? So if size is equal to 0. Now, isn't there like if size is 0? I thought there was like an is. Okay, I guess not. So if size is equal to 0, we want to set the size equal to copy 0 size. Oh, your offset is offset. Offset is copy. Oh yeah, copy offset bytes, which apparently I didn't create. So that's a thing. Const copy offset bytes. You're a U8. You're 4. Right, that's what we saw before. Copy offset bytes. Okay, thank you, Itsutu. You just came back to let me know that I'm doing it wrong, which is much appreciated. Okay, if size equals 0, size equal copy 0 size. All right. Then, okay, so we have our offset, we have our size. Oh, so this might be different now. So hold on, let's now see. Okay, our size is now 177 and our offset is 0. Okay, so that changed it. Copy bytes from the base object. So now we're going to start copying bytes. So we have our base data. Oh, so base is the thing that we're getting in. Okay, so I am interesting. So this is based upon something else. All right. Based on. So we have our base data. So we have base that get. Okay, so before we do any of that, I want to actually take a look at what we have our base coming in here. So here's our base. Albert, you finished your shell. You have unbroken your Podman setup and you're happy for the day. Excellent. That sounds good. Sounds like a lot of progress. Okay, so base get object. Okay, so Podman was broken by SE Linux. Yeah, SE Linux. I don't know if it's like better now, but I remember back in the day it broke everything. Okay, so if I want to just debug out the base, so let's do our base. I don't want to hex to string it. I want to actually string from. So string from UTF-8 to base. Oh, expected. Okay, fine. To owned. I probably don't need to give context to that one. I just want to see what the base is to see like if it's what I think it is. I think it's the full. Yes, this is the full blob. Okay, so we have the full blob here, which is like import random, import OS. Okay, so it's actually a file. Like it's import random, import OS, import. This looks like Python. That looks suspicious like Python. Okay, so that's good. So we have basically bytes that are the full file. So that is our base that we're passing in. Then where am I? What am I doing? In our process pack file. Okay, so we know that the base is that full file, right? So we want to copy bytes from the base object. So we want our new base data. So we're gonna do base, and we're gonna get, and we have our offset. So get a slice essentially from offset through offset plus size. Now what's interesting is that they do an okay or else, because this gives us an option here. Now, okay or else, we want to make an error invalid. Okay, so we're gonna do, nope, stop. I want to, okay or else is fine. I want to probably bail, and we'll just say invalid okay, so invalid copy instruction. And then like that. The trait bound result, error is not satisfied. What? Oh, can I, oh, it's not error, it's not bail. It's error. I want the anyhow error. Oh, new. Can I just do copy instruction? Oh, well, anyhow, will that actually create an error? That'd probably be better. Although, let's see. Let's try that. Anyhow, ooh, let's try that. Anyhow, invalid copy instruction. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I've not been doing it on options. I've been doing it on results, and I got an option this time. Wait, would context? Okay, hold on. Does that? Oh, it turns it into a result. Oh, okay. Even better. I like it. Much better. I didn't realize that context would convert an option to a result, which is really nice. Okay. So we have our base data now. And then I want to, okay, so result extend from slice. So we want to now take this result, not the one we're returning, the result that we're building together, and I want to extend from slice this base data. So do result, extend from slice the base data. Okay, so I don't need you anymore. You do your thing, and then we're going to return an okay true, because I think we're done. So apply delta instruction. So coming back down here, we now see apply delta instruction. We have our decompressed object that we're building. We have our base, which is that thing that we previously got. We have our decoder. We grab you. And so let's remove some of these debugs. And I want, okay, is more. Wait. Why is this hard coding true? This hard code's true in here. When is it false? Oh, it's because of unexpected return of end of file. So it's always this. So, okay. Okay, so if I run this once through, which this is, I just run this once through, I should be able to debug. So that's debug is more. And let's also debug the decompressed object. Except I want to string from this too. So string from UTF-8. You need the full thing, right? So decompressed object, to owned that. Okay, so string from UTF-8. So this is what we start with. So this is our base. So let's actually remove some of these other debugs that we have. I don't need that. Okay, so I just want the is more. I just want that. And that's what I got right now. Okay, so we have our is more true. We have more things to do. And then so we're grabbing, okay, blob 1311. Import random. Okay, so we have the import, and then, oh, yep. So it is partial of what this blob is going to be, but we don't have the full thing yet. So theoretically, we want to continue running this until it's no more. So while can I convert you to a while loop? So while apply delta instruction while not. So while not, oh, I don't want to do anything in this loop, do I? I just want to run this over and over again. So let's do this. Let's just do a loop. Let is more equals to that. Then, okay, so we get you is more. if not is more, we break. So we're going to continue in here until the very end. Otherwise we continue. We don't have an is more in here anymore. And now we should have the full file out here. All right. So it's only 1:38. But ad break starts in 5 minutes. I've already done all of my snoozes. So I think I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a close around 5 minutes or so, but I want to run this and see if it works. I have a little bit of time as a backlash. No, I have a little bit of time as a buffer in case this doesn't work and we have to fix it for 15 minutes or so. But let's try it. Maybe this will just work first try. It did not. We panicked. Not implemented. Not implemented. Haven't implemented data instruction yet. Oh, okay. So it kind of worked. So this. Haven't implemented data instruction yet. So we need to implement data instruction. Oh, this is not very much. We might be able to do this really quickly. Although the ads might play while I'm doing this. So I'm sorry that we're ending very shortly after ads. I've already snoozed them as much as I can. Okay, so I want if instruction. Okay, so we do that thing. So, okay, if instruction, if you're 0, appending 0 bytes doesn't make sense, so get disallows it. So this returns error, make error. Okay, so I want to bail at this point in time, and this is invalid data instruction. Otherwise, we want to append the provided bytes. So we're going to take, okay, we're going to create a new data. It's going to be a new vector with 0, and then we're going to make it the size of instruction as a usize. We're going to read exact from the stream. So stream read exact into mute data. Reading data. And then I want to result. Okay, so then we extend. So result, extend from slice the data. That should give us that no more error. Error running clone command handling ref hash delta. Wait. Invalid data invalid data instruction. Uh-oh. Ooh. So we got this, did we? So debug got bad instruction. Sad face. I believe that's what we got, right? Yep, right here. Got bad instruction. So that's not great. So if I were, okay, so yeah, that's returning an error out of it. So, huh. we're gonna have to figure out what this is. Smurt dog, dog. Hello, how are you doing today? I hope that you just didn't get hit with ads. Sorry about that if you did. But yeah, this is fun. SMR dog GG. Okay, I'll try to remember that. All right, so yeah, we've been working on building this Git from build our own Git. Not really Git from scratch, but in Rust, and we're using CodeCrafters. And the final step here is the do an actual clone from GitHub, which is the hardest one, and it is definitely kicking our butts. We're using a guide that we found online here from dev.to, which is really helpful. Thank you, Coffee Drinker, for that. Yeah, so CodeCrafters is a really cool sort of like project challenge site, and they partnered with me. They gave me free access to it, and that link there, if you're liking what you've seen, if you want to try this challenge out yourself or any of the other challenges, then that link would allow you to purchase it and support the channel. Okay, so I, unfortunately, as I sort of mentioned, have to head out pretty soon. So I don't think I have time to like really debug fully what's going on here. Clearly, if my instruction is empty, that's not working. So clearly I have a bug somewhere in the code. And now we saw previously that I had accidentally used the wrong const before. So I bet I did the same thing here. Like either the copy instruction flag is wrong. So yeah, this is copy instruction flag. And if we go and take a look at it, copy instruction flag is this 1 bit shift left by 7. But that's okay. That's what I have there. So that's fine. So there's something else clearly that I'm doing wrong. It could be the base that I'm getting, although I think that's correct. It could be in read bytes. I'm getting the instruction out. Also, I just sort of assumed that I just call this multiple times. So quite possibly this is the problem. So yeah, I'll have to play around with it and take a look. All right, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the last ad block before we end. But I think we do have to bring it to an end because I have to get ready for my day job, that job that I work on Fridays. There's a meeting that I have to be at in a short while, and I want to prepare for that. We're figuring out SOC 2 stuff, which is I was taking a look into that back in November, December, and it looks like we're gonna pull the trigger on actually moving towards that, which is gonna be fun. Crush that meeting. Thank you. Yeah, I'm the technical expert that's gonna be going into it. So I need to actually like know. I know the architecture and I know everything else. I need to come up with my list of questions and other things to ask the SOC 2 experts who I'm meeting with to like work with that. And I don't know if you're all like sort of up on the business side of like how things work. There's fractional C-level people are all the rage these days in the business world, like specifically fractional CTOs, which is basically like your company hiring a part-time contract CTO, which like initially when I first thought about it, was like, oh, that's stupid. Why would you like contract out that role? But then the more I thought about it, the more is like, yeah, you really shouldn't as a startup be needing to hire all these C-levels full-time and pay them a huge amount of money. fractional does kind of make sense, at least if they're good. And so this that I'm is kind of like a freelance. It is super interesting. So this person I'm working at, that I'm meeting with, is a fractional CISO, CISO, which is like, again, another really interesting thing. To me, it's almost like it allows a startup to punch way above their weight class as a business, right? Because now they can hire a CISO without hiring a CISO. And you can pay them a fraction of what it would cost to actually have someone who has experience, and they'll essentially consult for, like, 20 hours a month, 10 hours a month, or something like that. Your company has 3 CISOs? Huh. That's a lot. They get 90% of the value for like 20% of how much they cost. I would guess it's probably somewhere around like the 75 to 80% without having actually worked with any of them before. But oftentimes oftentimes you need like a CISO at the beginning of a project, like when you want to set something up, and then once things are flowing, you only need the CISO for maintenance type stuff. It's like, oh, can you like validate, or we have some questions for you, or something like that. Like once some training goes on and your like developers know the security stuff, assuming that your developers are going to actually follow the recommendations, and you like set up a lot of automation tools, you don't really need them full time anymore, at least if there's only one project. It's like, I think it's only if you're spinning up a whole bunch of projects and you're constantly like adding new things up, that's probably when you need a CISO on staff. I personally am of the opinion that most companies overhire in the executive department. But of course, I've worked mostly with startups in the past, and my knowledge is in that realm. We just need their necks if things go wrong. I read an article. I didn't save it. I really wanted to. I was like, oh, this will stay at my thing, and I'll find it later. And then it completely disappeared, and I lost it. It was like either Harvard or MIT did a study where they looked at all the return to offices, and then they looked at how the companies were doing, or at least they were trying to find out, especially if they're private, because you don't get that information. And what they found was, if a company is not doing well, especially around that quarterly report where they have to like announce out like, oh yeah, we totally didn't match our numbers, they do a hard return to office and then potentially layoffs right after that. So layoffs, return to office, and a bad quarterly report all go together, all match up. And their thesis of the study was that the return to office is a blaming of the developers. And yeah, basically it's blame the developers or somebody else, force them to return to office to say like, look, we let them do all, even though all evidence is that remote is like just as productive, if not more. So I don't think it's that they want to see everyone working. I think it's hey, board of directors, it's not our fault. It's those other people's fault, and they're throwing their own employees under the bus. That was the thesis of the argument. I can't really say I disagree with that. Blame the devs when it goes wrong, praise marketing when it goes right. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and thank you for that, SMR. And also, I need, I'm getting some pings for help. So I'm going to go and do that. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you next time. Bye.